deep in the parched desert sands of ancient Osirian.
Long-forgotten secrets are becoming unearthed
that could threaten the security of the entire region.
Throughout Wati, undead uprisings and once-forgotten ancient threats
reveal themselves from empty graves.
And only our heroes can withstand the forces of
The Mummy's Mask. Previously on the Mithril Tabletop. Well, you're gonna have to beat some people out. I got a lot of people interested in
Oh,
that.
if I have to beat them out, we got a cat folk that'll help us out with that.
You know, as well as Cosmoot has aided us with blacksmithing, this guy is much nicer to talk to.
Sebti steps on stage and she gets everyone's attentions and everyone quiets down. One of the servants comes in, and just before she can open the door explodes outwards as this army of undead starts spewing in, and mass panic erupts throughout the entire auction house.
Hey everybody, happy Mithril Monday! It's Ashley here talking to you today, trying to get y'all pumped up for the week. One thing I really wanted to talk about was the different, cultural aspects that we took from actual Egypt and put into this beautiful mystical world of Osirian. And one thing Andrew does, which I think the Americans in the group can get a little bit confused with, is put the dialect of Masri, it's a kind of Arabic that they speak in Egypt. He puts that into our actual playthrough. Because he's like, I want to bring a little bit of that. Like Farhan, the bartender over at the Tooth and Hookah, his name actually means happy, which is so cute. I will tell you though, as an American, it is very hard to speak. I know the rest of us have a little trouble with it too. So if we're mispronouncing, bear with us. We're trying our best. But I wanted to talk about how interesting it is to be learning these little pieces of this beautiful language. And I hope that we can continue to learn and keep adding it in and flavor everything. But enough out of me. I hope, again, that everyone has a healthy, safe, and fun week. And here's episode 42, Party Crashers.
Disney has some pretty good songs, like childhood songs, like classic ones, like Hakuna Matata and Circle of Life, and I just can't wait to be king.
The Lion King.
Other non-Lion King stuff.
Saying Lion King.
No, Lion King is the only good one. Everything else sucks. So,
That's why Waba's middle name is Andrew Mufasa Waba.
that's true. No, I do want to know, though, if your characters had a Disney song that represented them, what song would that be? Khepri, your thoughts?
Just Around the River Bend.
Druid song. It's got anything from Pocahontas.
Yep.
Pocahontas legit is a druid, though. Actually, though. She has animal companions. She talks to trees and plants. Wait, trees are plants. She talks to trees and also animals.
and
Grandmother Willow.
And she's always looking for adventure. She's not ready to settle down, even though, Temeneb might have looked pretty damn good. But she's still not... She's still not ready.
Wait.
So that's very druid, but I had in mind just personality wise too, for Khepri, you've got a friend in me.
Oh my god, I love it.
You've got a friend in me. I guess that technically is Disney. But anyways, as we were saying, Anjela, music, songs, Disney.
Oh, easy, Surface Pressure. From Encanto.
Speaking of
Encanto.
love it.
Yes.
Easy.
That's so perfect.
Yeah, it really fits.
It really does.
Yeah, that was a really good one.
Especially with recent events. She's feeling the pressure now.
Tick, 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 never stop. Wow. Sorry, I'll stop. It's a good one. It's so good.
It's a good one.
Well, Lin-Manuel Miranda, he's so talented. He can do everything. He's so good.
I know what song Erin is going to say for Tariq.
Do you? What?
I think it will be One Jump Ahead from Aladdin.
Actually, no, I don't know that one.
All right, what's the song that represents you, though?
Well, for Tariq, I picked Go the Distance from Hercules.
Okay, yeah, no, I see it. It's a similar vein as the street rat riffraff, especially the prize, like Alyssa said. Speaking of Alyssa, how's Habibi doing over there? What's his song?
So I had a couple, but I think the one that fit best was Reflection from Mulan.
Yeah,
Aww,
I see that.
That's a cute one.
Well, I believe we got Khepri, we got Tanhi, we got Tariq and Habibi. I believe that leaves just Keryth.
Okay, I think I found one. It's kind of a long shot, but I had to look at the lyrics.
It's Hunchback of Notre Dame, isn't it?
No. I did look at one of those. I did consider for a moment the God Help the Outcast song. And I mean, there are other songs in Hunchback of Notre Dame that are freaking amazing, like Hellfire. There's a cover of it I
love
really,
that
really
movie.
like. Anyway, the song that I'm thinking might be the one that kind of represents Keryth is Waiting on a Miracle from Encanto.
A lot of Encanto songs.
It's such a good movie.
It's so good. It makes me cry every time.
Yeah, it makes me cry like every time. That's what I came up with. That's all I got.
I like it. That's good.
Before you guys take on these maximum super leveled zombies that I'm sure will kill you guys in one shot. No, they're immune to overdrive. You try to overdrive it and your weapon explodes. So
Question mark.
let's do MVPs first and then dive right in. Our MVP from last week's session goes to none other than our very own Alyssa / Habibi.
Bye.
Habibi for now being our unpaid babysitter on top of all the other roles.
Oh my gosh.
MVP to Habibi for, and there's going to be a theme here, trying to be a good friend and making sure they stay out of trouble. They, speaking to very particular people.
No.
MVP to Habibi for being the babysitter for Tariq and Khepri, while also supporting the whole group. Honorable mentions go to Tanhi for being the awesomest partner in the talking encounters. We're the best salesmen, hopefully. Finally, an honorable mention to Tariq for, despite losing 2 girls in one night, he was kind of sort of holding it together and being able to help remember important stuff for selling our lots. Well done, everyone.
Kind of.
All right. Kind of.
Kind of.
So let me describe the setting for you guys real quick, just to casually bring you guys back in. You guys are milling about after having bought and sold all your goods. You guys are like looking off and showing off and like, oh, look at this. Oh, these are really nice. Oh, look at that. And then you're like attuning to all of these things, refocusing on them, all that stuff, etc., etc.
Tariq's looking for Sebti.
So Tariq's looking for Sebti, sure. And then as you guys are kind of like milling about and like enjoying the after party, some people are starting like, all right, it's been fun. I'm going to head out now. But before they can leave, you hear this frantic knocking at the front doors, and 2 servants go to open them, and just before they can get to it, the doors explode outwards. Debris falls from the ceiling. The wall kind of like shatters as this army of zombies kind of just bursts through it. I need everyone to roll me initiative.
God damn it.
All right, let's see here. Cool. We're going to start with the initiative. Top of the order, Sebti is at the stage, and she's kind of like shocked. She sees the doors burst forth, and all these undead kind of like wander through, and immediately she's starting to get into action. She's like going around looking left and right, commanding her high priest and some of the workers here to like try and do crowd control. You see the crowd around you is going crazy. They're running around. But right now, she's basically just taking her actions to try and calm people down, coordinate, take control of the situation. Tanhi, because of all the chairs and the tables and the crowd here, this entire building is difficult terrain.
No.
So everyone's raging now. No one can cast spells. Tanhi, what do you got for me?
So I'm not going to rage yet because I know that they're going to attack me, and so I'll just get it for free.
Wow.
That sounds dirty.
Wow.
Tanhi does have an OnlyFans.
Am I wrong?
Wow.
Am I wrong?
Wow. Just fucking do your thing. What are you doing?
I'm gonna attack.
Do it.
So I just run up north. I bypass Tariq. I'm jumping over these chairs. It's taking me a little bit longer than I normally would to get where I want to go. And when I get there, you know what? It's gonna be on bludgeoning damage my weapon, I'm gonna be hammering the shit out of these things.
Yes, Tanhi.
Okay, if you say so.
And so I'm gonna roll a 14 on the die for a 28.
Nice.
A 28 is a solid and brutal critical.
Nice.
Go ahead and roll your damage.
Critical. And since there's one that is nearby, my critical specialization allows me to go and hit that one that is right near it.
Do you have to roll an armor?
Nope.
Like, it just checks, right?
It's just the if the 28 would also hit it, it would
Yep,
it would hit.
it does.
Okay.
Yep,
But it doesn't.
alright.
It's also gonna crit, right? But because it crits, it doesn't get the crit damage. It just gets normal damage. The normal damage is going to be 12 points. Critical damage is 24.
All right. So the one to the left of you is going to take the 12 points of damage. The one to the directly in front of you is going to take the 24.
Correct. And it's bludgeoning if that matters.
It doesn't, but thanks for playing. I should say one more thing just before we move on to Khepri. The two servants that were going to open the door, they are now currently unconscious and bleeding out. They are in dying. Khepri, it is your choice to try and probably maybe save these guys or try and attack the undead attacking the parlor. What would you like to do?
There's a chair right in front of her. Tariq's on the left and Keryth's right in front of her. And she's going to just do a quick little hop and she's going to stand right up here because she can only move 10 feet and that's all she moved. And she's going to do, because she needs to help these two people who are unconscious and bleeding, but also try and hurt this undead because we know they're undead. We're going to do a 3 action. Oh.
Yep, I was waiting for it. I knew it. I knew it was coming too. I was waiting for it.
I'm going back. She's jumping back. It never happened.
Wow.
It never happened.
Wow.
It never
You guys
happened.
are just going to retcon your actions like that?
Yep.
All right, I reserve the right to do that too later in the future.
No, 3 action heal.
All right, you're just going to start your turn with a 3 action heal.
Yep.
All right, perfect. It gets everyone except for the furthest zombie away from you, but it does get everyone else. All right, roll that healing.
7.
Oh,
So does that damage
Perfect.
undead then?
Yeah.
It does damage undead. I need to
Nice.
roll a fortitude save with 5 of the 6 zombies attacking
And you get a DC 21.
A DC 21? All right, let's see. I got a 12.
Ah!
I got a 22 for a success. And let's see what else I got here. I got a I got a 24 and then a 20. And then lastly at 26. So 3 successes and 2 failures. Not too shabby. So 2 of the zombies are going to take the full damage, and the 2 servants here that were just brutalized by these undead, they're going to heal 7 hit points, and basically because they're peasants, they're almost at full health. This magical burst of healing is just roiling and waving through, and it heals them so much. They are no longer dying, they are wounded, however. And they're kind of like on the ground like, what is happening? Keryth, it is your turn.
Wait, Ramses can still go.
Oh, you're right, he does have an action.
Ramses can go. And Ramses has a speed of 40, so he can go 20, and we're going to move him up a little bit. So he's going to go up, around, and he's going to stand right next to Tanhi. Cat and dog working together.
Yeah.
Perfect. Back to you, Keryth.
First action, let's go ahead and attempt an overdrive. Oh, thank you, Crafter's Eyepiece. I barely succeeded. I got a 6 on the die for a 20 exactly.
Oh, whoops.
So I'm going to move 10 feet to the northwest to be just to the southwest of Tanhi. And then with my final action, I'm going to go ahead and attack the zombie that is just marked as injured.
Perfect. The one to the north of you.
Yes.
All right, roll the attack roll.
Ooh, that's nice. That is a 19 on the die for a 33.
Jesus Christ. You guys have been fucking crushing it lately. Okay, yeah, that's a crit. Go ahead and do your crit.
All right. That damage. Oh, 33 points of damage.
33 points
shoot.
of damage.
Dang.
Damn.
So I rolled
All
2
right.
4s on the D6, and then on my deadly D8, I got a 7. So
Not too shabby. They're still alive, though. And it is going to be... Oh, you got more for me.
Yes, because since Keryth has the weapon innovation, he also has his critical specialization. So that thing is now Clumsy 1 until the start of my next turn.
Clumsy 1, noted. All right, it is going to be the first of many zombies' turn. All right, so first zombie is going to go up. It's mindless, so it's just going to wail on Tanhi both times that it can. First attack, here we go. It's going to roll a 16 for a total of a... Why did I tell you the die roll? It's going to get 27 total. 27 total.
That is a hit, and I'm going to rage in reaction.
Nice.
Fantastic. It's going to deal, not too bad, 9 points of bludgeoning damage. And then it is going to push you 5 feet as it moves with you into the room a little deeper. For its second action, it is going to, like I said, just continue wailing on you. Second attack, here we go. Bada boom, bada bing. Ooh, not too bad. 25 for another hit. All right, you're going to take, come on, buddy. Ooh, 16 points of bludgeoning damage. It's just like pounds and pounds at you. You can feel it like really like digging in there now. Habibi, it is your turn.
I will go ahead and do what Khepri did and cast a 3-action heal spell.
And your DC is, I assume, also 21, just like Khepri's was?
Yes, it is also 21.
Fantastic.
Nice.
Well, how much healing did you do? How much damage am I taking?
All right, so that total healing is 12.
The one closest to Tanhi rolled a failure. It's going to take the full damage. But then the 3 in the back, they all succeeded. They're going to take half damage. The one closest to one of the servants over here, in between Keryth and the servant,
The one
it is going to
I
also fail.
second.
The one, yeah, exactly, that one. It's also going to fail, and it's going to take full damage. And then as it just takes all the healing, it just kind of like crumples and flumps to the ground. It's not yet aged enough to have been completely disintegrated into dust.
That's terrifying. What do you mean it's not aged enough?
Like how I always flavor my undead, if they're like super ancient, their aging rapidly catches up to them when they're finally like become undead.
Yeah, but
or become destroyed.
does that mean that these are new?
They're rather fresh undead, in other words.
They're freshish.
Yeah, it's because they haven't been undead for a really long time.
Would Autab and Hama Petra also get healed?
Yes, the servants also get healed. All right, very well, very good turn. Let's move on to the next zombie. This one over here is going to be the one to the back over here, and it's going to start lumbering forward. Here it kind of makes its way towards. It's going to target Ramses, and it's going to try and attack. Ramses is behind a wall, so he does have some partial cover.
Thank you.
But I believe a 20 is probably not going to hit.
It's not going to hit. So sorry.
All right. And
Even
that's
without
all.
coverage.
He's a beefy dog.
He is.
All right, we move on to Tariq. It is your turn.
Go to Reek.
Tariq has seen people move around to try and counter these zombies, and he kind of noticed that it took them a little bit longer to get to where they needed to be going, so he thinks they can use a little bit of a quickened spell. So he's going to first cast the spell Loose Times Arrow, one of my favorite. And now everybody is going to get an extra turn. Now this targets 6 people. So sorry, Keryth, since you have the fleet feet, he's actually going to target Tanhi himself, Khepri, Habibi, and Sebti.
That's 5.
Okay.
Oh. And did I miss somebody in our group other than you?
No, there's 5 of us.
Oh, okay. And you get to 2 as well. I thought, for some reason, I thought we had 6.
Oh, you're probably thinking Ramses, but Ramses is good.
Yeah, I'm not going to give it to Ramses.
He
All right,
already
so Keryth
has a
can't
speed
have
of
it.
40.
All right, Keryth can't have it then. Sorry. But he's making sure to give it to Sebti, too. And then he is going to absorb that spell in Arcane Cascade. Now, since it's been the first time since I've used this, since the changes, I can't remember. Is it just +1 damage? Like, how's that? Because they changed how that works.
The numbers have not changed. All that's changed is that you just deal force damage automatically.
It's force no matter what.
It's force unless your spell did damage. Then you can choose the damage
Oh, okay.
of the spell.
All right,
instead.
so I don't have to so it's just force if it doesn't have any other damage. It's just force.
Force is the default.
Okay, all right, so it's +1 force now. All right, that's why I couldn't remember what the rules were for that, and I was trying to look it up. All right, thank you. And that should be his turn.
Fantastic. All right, we go back to the zombies, this time from the back line of the zombies. This one over here is going to shamble up towards Keryth, and it's going to attack you directly to the face as a fist just kind of wails out at you. A 21? Maybe?
Nah.
All right, that's it for that one's turn.
Maybe at level
let's go to the
4,
next one.
but not at level
Okay, all right. This one over here to the far left is going to move up towards one of the servants, and it's going to just wail down on her instead. And you see the servant, she's going to take some damage, and she goes back down to dying 2 this time because she's wounded. Let's see here, and that's it for its turn. The final zombie is going to go. And this zombie is going to march over here to this open door, and it's going to attack the other servant as well in this case.
Those poor girls.
I know.
They just got up.
This one over here is going to take a 30 for a critical hit on this poor. Foundry's telling me I exceeded the AC by 17, so that's almost a double crit.
Oh my god.
And she's also going to take enough damage to go down to dying 3 this time.
Oh my god.
All right, but she's also now unconscious as well. All right, that's it. Their turn is going to go because the servants or the servants over here, the servers, they also get a turn just in case they they might have a chance to survive. So the one on the right, her name is Ateb. She's going to roll a d20. Her DC is 13. And she rolled a 15. So she stabilizes and is only wounded 2, but still unconscious, no longer dying.
But she has 0 hit points, so we would have to give her hit points for her to come up.
Yeah.
Correct.
Might just be best to drag him out of the way.
Hama Petra has a wound or is dying 2, so she's also going to roll a d20. And she rolls, DC 12, by the way, she rolls an 11.
Oh.
So she goes to dying 3.
She almost dead.
That is it for their turn. We move to the top of the initiative with Sebti. Sebti is now going to jump into the fray. She's going to, from up here, she's going to spend a couple of actions trying to move down to here. And she's like frantically trying to calm everyone down. She's like, everyone calm down, relax. It's fine. We have clerics here. We have adventurers. And she's still trying to command everyone, but she's trying to like lumber through the crowds and trying to calm everyone down. Everyone's like running around back and forth. All the people are like, oh, my pals. Go get them. I don't want to. Like everyone's running around chaotically. Panicked. That's the word I'm looking for. Thank you. But she's trying to like make her way through the crowd, and everyone is like getting in her way. So it's kind of hard for her to get into position. Tanhi, it is your turn.
Tanhi is going to work on getting the 2 in front of her down. So she's going to target the one that's still to the north, and she's just going to strike. Here's the first one with a natural motherfucking 20.
Nice.
Oh God, why didn't you roll like this against? Well, you guys.
It's okay. I haven't rolled yet. It'll come around.
Not too great on damage. 22, but I'm gonna also use my critical specialization to sweep my weapon to the one to the left.
Right,
and I know
that
that's
works.
gonna hit, so it's gonna be 11 points of damage to the one to the left.
All right, fantastic. So the one directly in front of you, you cleave in twain as your giant axe with a hammer at the end of it, like slices through its abdomen, and the hammerhead just kind of like continues powering through it, like kind of like shreds the body in half. The top falls behind as the legs fall forward, and your axe continues through it and it slashes a little bit to the zombie to the left.
And
that's one action.
That is one action. Second action, I'm gonna target the one that I
just hurt.
But before I do that, I'm going to step forward, because if I hit this one and I critically hit this one, I can
I guess that's true.
Smash the one that's now north of me.
I guess that is correct.
Yes. And so here is attack number 2. That is a natural 1, and I'm going to re-roll that.
Luck wears out eventually.
Okay, 11 on the die for a 20.
A 20 does hit.
Okay.
These things aren't very fast. They're not very nimble, so they're going to get hit a lot, but they got a ton of hit points to soak it up.
18 points of damage. Oh, I just realized I now have 2 die. Oh my gosh.
Yeah, because you have
Because you're striking.
Yeah.
You guys got
my
striking.
God.
That's
I was
why I
like-
did so much damage earlier.
Wow. Who knew that getting 2 damage dice instead of 1 doubles your damage output? What? That's crazy, guys.
No way.
That's insane. That's so insane.
Just because of the sass, Keryth is going to end up doing a megaton strike and have 3.
Oh, okay. Well, you know what? I'll see it I'll believe it when I see it. Khepri, it is your turn.
So Kepri's first action is going to be Fireball.
Okay, we're just starting off strong. All right.
Khepri! There are 3 of us amongst them.
No. Go ahead. Fireball away. Let's see what happens.
1, 2, 3, cast!
So you see this tiny little mote of light fly off into the distance, and as it lands in front of the statue that you guys walked in to get into this building, it just kind of explodes and balloons outward into a whirling fireball.
Nice.
And let's see, they have a +3 to the reflex, so not great.
You gotta roll a
you know.
21.
Thank you, I appreciate it. Well, let's see here. I got a failure. Ooh, I actually rolled pretty well. A success and a success. So 2 successes, 2 failures. Let's see. The one to the far right succeeded, so it's only going to take half damage. The one to the far left also succeeded, so it's only going to take half damage. Motherfucking goddamn shitballs. Sorry, I'm struggling here, guys.
It keeps-
But the 2 in the middle are going to fail, and they take full damage.
Tanhi, how'd you
Alright.
do?
I rolled a 15 on the die for a total of 22.
Awesome. So you only need to take half damage.
Yes.
How much was that damage, by the way?
21 points.
21.
21 points.
Did it kill any of them?
All right, no, it didn't kill any of them. They're crispy. They're burnt to a toast, but they're still alive. Well,
Can you
undead.
imagine that?
They're sort of alive.
They're still moving.
For my last action, I'm gonna command Ramses, activate Ramses, and
Ramses.
he is gonna go ahead, and his first action is gonna be a Jaws to the one to his right, so that upper right corner. So we're gonna go ahead and do a Jaws strike,
Okay.
and he rolled a 23.
A 23. A 23 is going to hit, not quite a crit.
That's all right. And then they're gonna take 16 points of damage. 3 of that's piercing.
All right, you see a bunch of flesh like tear away as Ramses pulls it out, and he like starts flailing about in his mouth. And you just see the meat shred and rip, and you can see like chunks of it fly across and hit the walls. One of them like smatters against the guests, and she's like, "Oh my god, my white dress!"
Oh.
Suck it up,
And
Buttercup.
Ramsey
up.
still gets a second action, Andrew.
Oh shit, that was only one action. No, we have to wait
So
until
then
you guys
he's
have to
gonna
move
go ahead and
position.
do one more Jaws strike to the same one.
Boo, boo.
Ooh, let's see. Oh, 13. Probably not gonna hit.
A 13 unfortunately does not hit.
All right, you may continue.
Thank you, appreciate it. Keryth, it is your turn. Impress us, wow us.
Tanhi.
Yes, you can.
Tanhi!
So I'm on 2 spaces to the north, basically.
Now that you're outside of the parlor, it's no longer difficult terrain because there's not chairs and people in the way. You can move freely outside out here.
Well, we're gonna do explode first, so.
Explode?
Explode!
You mean explode?
Explode!
Are you doing 5 feet or 10 feet?
I can't do the larger size yet. The 10-foot comes once I have the breakthrough innovation class feature.
Gotcha.
And
Okay,
that's
I understand.
level.
Gotta have some kind of breakthrough.
Doesn't matter. Okay, so yeah, 5 feet. Go for it. I'm just gonna roll my reflex saves real quick.
You do that.
I will. What's my DC that I'm rolling here?
DC 21
Perfect.
reflex.
Everybody's just blowing Tanhi up.
Easy.
All right.
Right.
Let me roll the.
No, because Keryth went a little bit more north, it avoids Tanhi.
Oh, okay.
She fine. All right. What'd you get?
Well, the one who had like 2 hit points left critically failed, so they died.
Yay.
The one to the left and the one that's been assaulting the one of the servants, it only failed.
All right. That is going to be a total of 18 points of cold.
18 points of cold, jeez. All right, so the
And-
one over.
Oh, sorry.
And-
Continue.
Well, the one that was attacking Tanhi just died. It just like froze in place and like tips over and like cracks and shatters.
Ew, frozen raw meat.
Go on.
Let me do my unstable check really quick. Ah, fuck balls.
Fucking balls.
I got a 15 and I need a 17. I was so close.
Are you
That
unstable
sucks.
now?
I am unstable now. I mean, my weapon is.
There is one other thing I need you to do. This wall over here had been taking damage this entire time.
Oh,
no! I took a lot of damage from the fireball. I took a little bit more right here from the explode. I need you to roll me a reflex save, por favor.
Just Keryth?
Just Keryth.
Fine. Oh no, that's not very good. I'm gonna re-roll it.
Okay.
You're at full health. You'll be okay.
Yes.
So the first one, the one that it's gonna default to because the second one was worse, was a 5 on the die for a 16. The second time I only rolled a 2. So 16 total.
You're going to take the full bludgeoning damage, which on 2d6, I rolled snake eyes.
So I took 2 points. Ow.
He mostly dodges it, and then he turns around and one stone just conks him on the head.
So the scaffolding above here, the awning that like hangs above the entryway to the Canny Jackal kind of like has been taking all this damage. The support columns were destroyed by the zombies. The structural integrity was weakened by Khepri and then further destroyed by Keryth. The ceiling collapses, but I mean it's just an awning. It's made out of fabric, so it like flaps in your face and you got hit by one of the sticks. Not great, but you are now covered by this stuff. Two of the guests here had been trying to escape. They also get covered in this as well, and they are now trapped beneath the wreckage as well. So there are some people are trying to like get through and like escape through the holes here, trying to get past you guys, past the zombies and stuff. And 2 of them managed to make their way through, but they also got buried under the thing. Since you guys failed, you are going to be prone as well as taking the damage. And I know I described it as an awning with just like cloth and thing, but that was for the flavor for the fucking snake eyes. What it's actually doing is like 40 bulk worth of wood and stone is falling upon you. Like the actual ceiling is falling on top of you.
Since I had the quickened from Tariq.
Gotta move action.
That's right.
Well, I already used the move action, so and then explode was 2 actions, so I still have 1 action left.
Nice. Stand up. Stand up.
Nope.
Stand.
I'm not going to stand
Crawl
up.
away. Crawl
No,
away.
I'm not going to do that either. Instead, I'm going to stab out at this zombie to my southwest that is near death.
Okay, go ahead and try and stab away.
Here we go. I mean, their AC is low, so maybe. It's a 7 on the die for a 19.
A 19 hit.
Nice. Yes.
Their AC
Get
is
it.
very low.
That is, not as great on the damage this time. 11 points of damage.
Literally 11 hit
Oh,
points.
no.
Yes! Yes! Keryth the finisher
Fucking
returns.
disrespectful. It's okay. I still got plenty of zombies left. Habibi.
What do you
it is
mean?
your
Do you
turn.
though? Do you?
I got 2.
That's
That's 20. That's
plenty?
30%. That's plenty. Habibi, it's your turn.
I would like to cast Vitality Lash at the one that is directly north of me, to the left of Tanhi.
No, I got you. Yep. The one that's been attacking Tanhi and the guests and stuff.
Yeah.
Actually, it was attacking Keryth. But yeah, Vitality Lash is the formerly named Disrupt Undead, if that's what you guys recognize.
So DC 21 basic fortitude save.
Fortitude. All right, let's roll that bitch. I got a 23.
All right, so that is a success. So take half of 12 damage.
12. I take some damage. However, I did take half. It does have a weakness to vitality.
Yes.
Yay!
So I will actually take 16 points of damage.
Okay, so since I'm quickened, does that mean I have 2 more actions?
Yeah, it has to be a move action, though.
Oh,
Or you're going to cast the spell again.
yeah, I wanted to.
No. You can move there. You have a speed of 30.
Yeah. Yeah, because I got fleet feet. Okay, so I'm going to move right next to Hamapatra and cast Lay on Hands.
Fantastic. And that automatically, what is that now? 18 points of healing?
I'm going to cast it because I don't remember. Yeah, that's 18 points of
All right,
healing.
perfect. So, for the second time this fight, Hamapetra is no longer dying. They are just now wounded 2. They're both now wounded 2. All right, so that's Habibi's turn. Tariq, it is now your turn.
He's going to run across the way using his one move action, one quickened action, so kind of 2 actions total. Dodging the crowd and whatnot to get over to this zombie that is over by the eastern door and by Ateb, who is passed out on the floor. And he is going to... what do I want to use? I'm going to use a spell strike, of course. I'm going to spell strike with... I'm going to go with Gouging Claw for slashing damage. So you're going to see... I'm going to try anyways. So he's going to attack with a 28, which I know hits, but I don't think it crits.
It does crit, actually.
Oh, it does
It
crit.
does crit.
Nice. Okay, so, and then I'm also going to cast Gouging Claw.
Okay.
Slashing damage.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Oh my god.
Alright.
I'm curious to see what this adds up to.
And then, because of Arcane Cascade, I also get the +1 force damage. So total damage, all together now, we got 22 bludgeoning. You've got 10 slashing, 1 force.
Is that 10 slashing
God.
before or after the crit?
That's all regular damage. Or for the...
So you double
sorry,
it for
the
the crit.
22 is the
Yep.
crit. The 10 is not
So
double.
44 total.
44 total.
Plus...
Does the +1 get... Does that get doubled
Yes, it
too, the
does.
force damage?
So,
+2
in
force
total, you're dealing 54 points of damage to this thing that had 5 hit points left.
And because I have a club weapon, I believe I get to push him
Okay.
as my critical specialization. I think 10 feet, maybe?
I guess.
I'm trying to find where that is.
I think it's 5 feet. Maybe it's 10.
Is it
maybe
5
it's 10
feet?
Pretty close to Keryth.
I don't remember.
Do what? Here, Keryth, finish him off as you're buried under the awning.
Well, he's dead. He's dead. Like you.
Oh, he's already
demolished
dead?
it. Yeah, you.
Can I, like,
you
shove his
demolished
body
him.
out from the door so people can get by him easier?
So Tariq comes in with his club. It immediately ignites, and these spikes pierce out of the club as he lashes into the thing. It's stuck. Pulls it with his sweep of his motion and flies it as it flies backwards, hits the statue, collapses down to the ground, and Sebti kind of looks over and goes, "Nice."
Nice. I mean, that's all I got.
Fantastic. It was a good round. All right, this thing over here, let's see. It was attacking Keryth. Keryth moved away, so it has 3 possible people it's going to attack. I'm going to roll a d3. 1, I attack Hamapetra. 2, I attack Tanhi. And 3, I attack Habibi. Let's see. We got 3. Habibi, we're coming for you.
I dare you.
No, not Habibi. Not Tanhi. Not any of them.
Roll this. This is what happens. So we're coming in. Here we go. I rolled. Not great. 13.
Ha, miss.
Yeah, I know. I don't know why I'm waiting. Next one. A little bit better. 18, though.
Still a miss.
God damn it. All right. Fucking level ups. All right. So that's all 2 of its attacks. It's trying to punch, but Tanhi comes in and blocks it before it can get to you, Habibi. It's Hamapetra's turn. She's going to stand up and then run into the corner with her remaining 2 actions.
Run away.
Run away. And she's cowering over there behind the couch.
I feel for her.
Yeah, I'd be a little traumatized too.
Now it's Septi's turn.
Go Sebti!
She's gonna look at this zombie brute in front of her, and she's gonna be like, Pharasma condemns your very existence, and she's gonna cast her own version of Vitality Lash. And let's see this thing roll its Fortitude save. It didn't do too good, but it didn't do too bad either. It 28, so it succeeds. But because of the weakness, hold on, let me roll the damage. I'm trying to do everything all at once here. All right, she deals, Jesus Christ, 15 points of vitality damage on this thing that had only 20 hit points left. With its weakness triggered, the final zombie collapses.
Oh, gosh.
And it dies.
Woo.
But we're not done yet. Oh,
Excuse you.
Oh no, you thought that was the end of it. No, 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 no. Off in the distance, just behind Keryth, you hear this like pitter-patter on the stone floor behind you. Keryth, it's hard for you to crane your neck, but like you turn behind you to take a look, and you see this giant swarm of creepy, crawly hands marching towards the Canny Jackal.
Crawling hands!
And they're gonna go right after Sebti the crocodile. So right before Tanhi can get a chance to go.
So there's a horde of hands.
A swarm of hands. And
swarm of hands.
And they're
oh no, it's these hands be slapping.
These hands be slapping. All right, so for their first action, they're gonna run up towards Keryth and the two people underneath all the debris, and they're tiny, so they can like move in between all the crevices and
creepy.
move in between all the cracks and stuff over here. And they're gonna try and doing their pummeling grasp. You just see all these hands kind of like flicking and punching and ripping and pawing away. I need you, Keryth, and the two people here to roll me a reflex save.
So how is reflex hindered being prone? Like, how much?
It's not affected.
Oh, it doesn't? Really?
Mm-hmm.
You can be on the floor and still be very reflex.
You can roll.
Yeah,
I guess that's true.
it's true. All right, what'd you get, Keryth? What'd you get, Keryth?
I rolled a 3.
3?
And got a and got a 14.
Oh, you know that's a failure. You're going to take 11 slashing damage, and both of these guests trying to get out, they both collapse as they take too much slashing damage from these undead hands. All right.
How the hell do you hit all these hands?
That's a good question. There is one other hand that makes itself known. It bursts forth from this swarm, and it starts crawling towards the rest of the establishment. But Tanhi, it is your turn. You have a chance to react as this lone hand seems to be running towards the parlor somewhere inside. It seems to have noticed someone, and it wants to take action on them in particular. What do you do?
Tanhi's gonna step to the northeast, out onto the steps that are that the hand is trying to come up, and she's going to target it because all the zombies are pretty much dead.
Mm-hmm.
No, they are dead.
They are all dead.
Keryth, I'm sorry. I gotta. This one's on a. I don't know what it is. It's on a mission, and I gotta take care of it.
It's on a weird
You
mission.
got this, Tanhi. I'm cheering for you.
18 on the die for a 32.
32. Jesus Christ! Can you guys like roll like normal people? Yeah, that's gonna be a crit.
Not great damage. 40 points of bludgeoning.
What the fuck are you talking about? Not great damage.
Well, one of the dice was a 10 and the other one was a 4. So,
What do you mean not
Like, that's
great
literally what I did.
damage? What are you talking about?
Like max
Tanhi
damage.
comes in with this gigantic hammer, remember the size of her body, slams it down, it cracks the floor beneath her as this hand kind of like cracks and like breaks in half. It's still like limping with its pinky pulling it forward, and she's like, damn, not great.
You know she said that just to bother
I'm
me.
sure.
technically, that is only average.
Oh, why not? Get the fuck out of here. What's your final action?
Last action, I'm gonna try it again. I don't think this is gonna hit. A 9 on the die for an 18.
No, get out of here. Okay.
It's just a hand.
Yeah, and
So an 18 does not hit.
Yes.
Just to know.
It's nimble. She missed it. What do you want from me? All right. We're going to move on. It is now Khepri's turn.
Oh, okay. Well, Khepri's watching this horde of hands, and the very first thing she's gonna do is try to perceive knowledge on it.
Recall knowledge, you mean?
Yes.
Go ahead and roll me a religion check or some other undead check if you have something close to that.
Nature.
No.
Survival.
No, religion.
Okay, fine. There you go with your religion.
Oh, thank you. I appreciate it. So let's see. Here's what I can tell you. You know that you've heard tales of these crawling hands. Crawling hands are like these little dismembered hands that became animated and sentient, and they don't have to be connected to the rest of like the undead. Like for example, these zombies, they just start crawling and they start attacking. However, when they group up together in large numbers, they form a swarm of them, and they can be much more lethal. You know that also, I will give you this for that. The punishment for stealing in the Sunburst Market is cutting off your hand. We mentioned that way back in episode 1. You guys thought that was an ad-libbed episode or ad-libbed line. Nope! That was what we call foreshadowing, folks. When they cut off your hands, they hang it up on one of this big central obelisk in the middle of the Sunburst Market to deter other robbers and other burglars, like, for example, maybe Tariq, if he could look at the hands and be intimidated.
Tariq's looking at his hands like, oh my god, that was so close.
But something seems to have happened, and all of the hands, all of them, seem to have animated, dislodged from the obelisk, and are now crawling towards the nearest place here at the Canny Jackal where they sense life and are now attacking. What would you like to know about them? You got one question.
A weakness.
Weaknesses, like all swarms, they're weak to area effects and splash damage. Splash damage comes from things like grenade,
Acid arrow?
Acid splash, for example, would do acid splash, or would do splash damage. Acid arrow is a single target. Things like alchemist's fire or lightning in a bottle, like those sort of alchemical bombs, they deal splash damage. Area damage is anything that literally says area effects. So like, for example, breathe fire,
Fireball.
which is fireball, for example, that sort of stuff, those trigger its weakness as well.
Thank you.
You got 2 actions left?
I'm gonna cast Vitality Lash.
All right, what's your damage?
My damage is 16.
I rolled a 22 for a success. I'm going to take half of that.
It's undead, though.
It is, but not all undead have weakness to vitality.
God, fuck. Okay.
They can all be triggered by vitality, but zombies are supposed to be like low-level, easy enemies. They don't have a lot of resistances. In fact, they're very soft, squishy flesh, kind of like burns away at the holy light. It is now your turn, Keryth. You're being surrounded by these undead hands. They're crawling around at you. You're unable to move, though, because you have all this debris still on top of you. What do you got for me?
I'm going to shove said debris off and stand up.
You're going to try? All right, roll me an
What?
athletics check. Yeah, it's stone. 40 bulk of wood and stone. You're just going to I'm just going to stand up.
So is it
an elf.
functioning as if I'm, like, grabbed?
Pretty much, yeah. Effectively.
Okay. But I can only use athletics.
Athletics or acrobatics. I'll allow acrobatics so you, like, wiggle your way through.
Acrobatics it is. That's too high. Why could you have rolled that good earlier? God damn.
What'd you get?
17 on the die for a 28.
A 28 is a success. You managed to find an opening here in the gap, and you're able to break free.
I'm gonna just try and attack the hands. 10 on the die for a 24 to hit the
A 24 against the crawling hand swarm is a success.
Fucking bad damage. Only 10 points of damage.
And this is where I can tell you guys that, remember, another property of swarms is they're very resistant to a lot of things, and it only takes some of that damage.
Yeah, I know.
What else you got for me?
Sit up, attacked. I'm gonna move out of the hands because creepy. Can I share a space with the single hand?
Yeah, it's tiny.
It's tiny. Okay, so I'm gonna move over and be in that space then. So I'm gonna just a little bit to the east, and Keryth is like jumping around the hand that's like squirming around on the ground. It's very gross.
Fantastic. All right, Habibi, it is your turn.
Well, like a good cleric, Habibi is here. He is going to cast another 3-action heal spell.
Go, Habibi, go!
DC still 21, right?
Yep.
Fantastic. So I rolled a 21 for the hand, and for the swarm of hands, I rolled a 17.
Okay, so the 17 fails, 21 just succeeds.
How much damage did you say that was?
13.
13. All right, so the hand takes half that for 6 points, and the swarm of hands take the full damage for 18 points total. Okay, and the guests are no longer dying, but they are still underneath all this rubble, and they are still like being pressured down by it. By the time it comes back to their turn, the rubble may continue pushing down on them, causing them to go back into a dying state as it crushes their bones. You might have to pull them out to fully stabilize them.
Okay, I'm doing my best.
Yeah, you're doing your best. It's okay. The hand is now going to go, and it seems determined to get to this one creature. It ignores all of you guys. It just moves through all of your squares, just like nimbly walking through all of your feet, and it gets to this one guest who's trying to shove his way out. It targets him and jumps up, grabs him by the throat, and it goes, "Ah!" And it grabs him. Let me try. Let me just actually roll for it. I might roll one. Nope, I nailed it. Hit. Take some damage, and he's going to take 14 points of slashing damage as it just claws out at his neck, and he also falls down and is now unconscious and dying. It seems to have a particular vengeance for this particular patron here.
I wonder if that's who chopped the hand off.
Probably.
Actually, as you guys look over, it's going for Menya, the guy you guys have met earlier, the half-elf blacksmith. Remember the guys you got?
What? He just got here.
It's going after Menya, and as you look down, you notice that his hand is covered, he has one hand in a glove, and the other hand is just a normal hand.
What?
Tariq, it's your turn.
Okay, I don't know what to do with that info. Should I go after the little hand? It seems pretty deadly. I don't know.
It's near death.
It's also, yeah, I mean, it was crushed by a Tanhi.
Well, with his free action, he is going to change the grip on his staff and make it a two-hand, and then he is going to do a staff strike. Does a 33 hit?
Jesus Christ, what is wrong with you people?
Gee.
Yeah, a 33 crit.
It was a 19 on the die. It was a 19 on the die.
Why are you guys rolling so fucking good today? Holy shit.
Because we
I
got
don't even
bullied
know.
by the cop for too long.
I don't even know because
that wasn't even your most
This is
lethal
new to me.
fight.
The scorpions,
All right,
the sand
so
lady.
Right.
You see the hand. You see the hand just rush past Tariq, and he's like, ugh, and it like chokes out the guest, and he just like takes his bat. He takes his staff and like a bat. He just like batters up, and he goes to hit that hand, and he lands 26 bludgeoning damage. Or actually, I guess it's 20. I don't know if it matters, but 20 bludgeoning, 6 force.
It doesn't matter. It's super dead.
It's super dead, and you just see it fly across the room and hit the wall like a splat.
Hey, Tariq, have you considered?
And it like falls
Have
down.
you considered joining the MLB?
He might. He just might.
All right. So
that
was 2 actions. You have
Good.
1 action left, right?
That was 1 action. I did a regular.
That was
staff.
just a regular attack, not a spell strike.
That was a regular staff
Jesus
strike.
Christ!
Nice. Go Tariq.
You got 2 actions left.
All right, so Tariq turns back around. He sees this horde of hands, and so he goes through the door that's in front of him. He goes past Keryth, and he's going to land beside this statue that's out here in the courtyard. As soon as I find a way to not collide with things, Foundry. Oops.
Gotta love it.
Oh my
Gotta
gosh.
love it.
The awkwardly like squeezes by. It really is difficult terrain.
I warned you.
And then he is going to just do another staff strike at -5. Technically -4.
If it's agile, go for it.
All right, 26. Does that hit?
A 26 does hit.
Yes.
And it does 16 points of damage.
You notice that it's actually less resistant to bludgeoning than it was piercing or slashing, but it is still resistant to bludgeoning. So it does take a significant chunk of that damage, but not all of it. We move on to the final 2 NPCs that have been slowly dying over here. They were healed by Habibi, however, the crushing weight of this stone kind of like pushes down on them and it starts cracking some of their bones. They're like, help us! Help! And they're going to take some more damage. They go back to dying, and they are now dying too.
No.
I'm just trying to keep him alive.
I feel like the maid. Can we keep them alive for 5 minutes?
Yeah.
Real quick, before Sebti goes, you guys hear a banging on the door.
Come on.
Another?
Backstage behind you all.
Oh,
What?
no.
The door
getting
bursts
overwhelmed.
forth open, and from inside the storage closets emerges a wrapped figure covered in bandages. She emerges forth, and her very presence is terrifying to all of the
no.
guests. I'll see you guys next week.
Is this a mummy?
Gosh. You and your hang-ups. Cliffhanger.
Cliffhangers.
I'll get there.
Oh, Lord. Dang, this is going to be rough next week.
Hey everyone, we hope you enjoyed the episode. If you liked what you heard, then please like, share, or subscribe to the Mithril Tabletop. You can find us on YouTube, Twitter, TikTok, Reddit, and Instagram. Or always feel free to email us at themithraltabletop@gmail.com. We'll see you next week. Music and sound effects are provided to you by Envato Elements. The Mummy's Mask is copyright 2014. Mummy's Mask images, characters, and artwork are a trademark of Paizo Incorporated.